So I just saw Sam Raimi's latest movie, Send Help, and I wanted to just give you guys a review. So here you go. Starting off with the good, and this review is going to be mostly good because I had such a fun time watching this movie. This is one of those movies where your enjoyment of it can be greatly enhanced by who you watch it with. So I watched this in a super crowded theater, thankfully, and in a very reactive theater. So people were jumping, screaming, laughing, cheering. And it is one of those movies where it's so absurd and it's so funny. And there's so many shocking things that happen. There's so many shocking twists and turns, and it's just so campy and delightful that it's really fun to watch in a big crowd and a big theater. It's just one of those movie-going experiences that will make the movie even more fun. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien are perfectly casted in these roles. Rachel McAdams being the kind of timid, awkward, goofy, hardworking to the point where she's a little bit crazy woman, and Dylan O'Brien just being the a-hole, daddy's money, frat boy CEO. I mean, it's just like, it's such a great pairing, and it seems like something you've seen before until it doesn't. Like, the movie just jumps to such absurd places that every time you think you might know where it's going, you don't. Like, I can promise you that you do not. I think the majority of people will most likely praise the performances, which are obviously amazing, and the direction, which I'll get to later. But I think the script here is something that's really going to be underrated because it's hilarious. Like, there are just so many funny lines.
As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
And the theater was just like dying laughing the whole time, both from the visual gags and from the actual lines the characters say, like the kind of dialogue between the two main characters. But yeah, onto the direction. Sam Raimi is, I was getting emotional seeing one of my childhood goats, really one of the first directors who I knew his full name. Like, when I was 6 years old, I knew Sam Raimi's name as a director. Like, that's crazy. I knew Sam Raimi, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and Chris Nolan because I love The Dark Knight. And those were the only four directors who I could say their name, and I knew their name because I watched their movies so much and because I understood how the movies I love are engineered by these guys' minds. Like, I understood that from such a young age, and he's one of those guys who I understood, okay, this guy is the reason why I have so much fun watching, in this case, the Spider-Man original movies. And those movies are fun, at times ridiculous, so creative, so unashamed, and so delightfully campy, but also can deliver on real emotion and real shock and get you really invested in the characters. He's great at balancing the two, and he does it very well here. And it's just so nice to see a movie that's not self-serious. It's technically not even a horror. Like, don't go into expecting straight up horror because it really is not. I would say it's more of a comedy, thriller, survival drama. Like, it's just, I don't even know how to describe the movie, but it's just Sam Raimi at his finest. The visual gags are so unique and hilarious. There's one sequence about, I think, 20 to 25 minutes in that he leans into his horror background, and it reminds me a bit of the Dr. Octopus waking up scene in Spider-Man 2, if you know what that is, and you know, where it's just kind of like a scene that uses very few cuts and the music is stripped away, and it's just something abysmal happening on screen, something that's inevitable, and that it's just, you see the characters just suffer in the most creative and delightful way possible, if that makes sense. And the movie is just, once again, just unashamed. Like, there are points where a character literally winks at the camera and, like, it works. Like, he's just one of the only dudes that could pull that off. Like, I'm sorry. No, I don't know of anyone who would actually pull that off right now in 2026 Hollywood, to have a character just wink at the camera and then, like, and everybody laughs and everybody claps. Like, that's just crazy. The man's sauce is just unparalleled. And as far as the not so good, I really only have a few things, and they're pretty small. I think there is a point after a major event happens, there is a point where the screenplay kind of, you can tell they kind of hit a snag, and it just seems like the kind of fill time, they just kind of just have some, like, you know, survival planning montages back and forth, and like, what they were showing me was fun, but it wasn't really moving the plot forward at a certain point. For just for a little bit, maybe for like 10 or 15 minutes, to where I start to zone out a bit. And then aside from that, I think, and this is also not huge because people may not feel this way, I think the main character just makes a couple of choices that just didn't really make sense and felt a bit contrived in order to get like a moment or like a shock value moment that like was, you know, it was shocking and it did do its job. But when I thought about it, I was like, oh, that choice doesn't really make sense for her character or just logically makes sense. But honestly, like, and I don't know if this is bad, but I was just having so much fun that like I kind of stopped thinking about it and I was like, you know, whatever. Like that was kind of hilarious though. You know what I mean? So, you know, it really is subjective. And yeah, those are the only negative things I can really think about. For the most part, it's just a really fun movie, really entertaining. Watch it with a big group, watch it in a reactive theater, throw all your expectations out the window and just let the movie do its thing. And I can guarantee you, you'll at least have a lot of fun. Like if you don't have fun at least, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just pure fun, adrenaline, absurdity, Sam Raimi-ness. Like that's all I can describe it as. With some great performances and some really clever, quirky, funny dialogue. And yeah, so I'd give the movie a 8.5 out of 10. That's it for this one. Just wanted to do a quick review. And if you guys stay tuned, next video, I'll be doing some Super Bowl coverage, just breaking down the game, analyzing both teams, and revealing who I think would have the upper hand. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you're interested in that, make sure you come back, make sure you tune in, and make sure you subscribe for more content.